Player profiles. Week 11.
Week 11.
All right. Start off the bat. AJ Brown. I've been talking down on this guy all season.
Yeah.
All season. I never believed in him. And, he finally had a bad game. He finally got a game where he didn't have a touchdown. And I don't think that, finally, now he's, bad.
Yeah.
But honestly, some of the touchdowns he's had were pretty lucky in the season. And I just feel like if you're going to own him in fantasy, he's not a must start.
He's more like a big play receiver.
He's like a high risk, high reward kind of guy. But I mean, so far he's been rewarding for sure. But I mean, I don't think it's gonna keep on going. They have a pretty rough schedule, the Titans, in terms of passing for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
I think that if you are an AJ Brown owner, I would try to package him with other players, try to trade him off.
Yeah.
Because I don't see him as a reliable option for you on a week-to-week basis. If I was in the playoffs and I had to choose him or another receiver, I don't think I'd be AJ Brown's an easy choice.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So
you always have to kind of think do I start him or not start him?
Yeah, so it's a risky choice. I don't trust that Titans offense right now I mean, Tannehill has been great, but he's not known to throw super volume wise.
Yeah.
So I mean, less chances is less chances for the AJ Brown, and it's a tough sell.
Yeah. Okay, I agree with that. All right, next guy up is Tyler Locket. You guys have asked for Tyler Locket, and we shall give. He's actually a lot similar to AJ Brown in my opinion, in that he'll either kill it, as we've seen, or he can be a complete bust. That being said, I personally like him better than AJ Brown.
Oh yeah, I do too.
I mean, partially is you have Russell at your quarterback. But, so if you're a Tyler Locket owner, this is what I would do. If you have a lot of good players already, he could be that guy that gives you the edge. For example, let's say everyone does well, Tyler Locket could end up being the most scoring player on your team that week. Or he could be the worst. So there's a lot of risk into it, but if you have enough good players to kind of offset that risk, I think he could be a really good asset for you. That said, if you're struggling, I don't think there's an issue with getting rid of him to get more consistency on your team. But just know that he has a lot of big play potential and can possibly win you your weeks. Obviously, with the way their offense is going, it's not every week.
Yeah, and I mean, and he's not a guy where he's not gonna get your target. He gets a lot of targets still, nonetheless, and he's on the field all the time. It's just he is kind of an inconsistent player, and the beauty and curse of Russell Wilson is that he could throw to anybody. Yeah. So he will spread the ball.
I'll be honest with you, when I watch some of Seattle's game, it almost looks like they're still I think real NFL teams feel like Locket is more of a threat.
Yeah.
Which is why I feel like DK has been killing it. I'll be honest with you. It just looks like...
It's kind of like the Antonio Brown Juju chemistry that happened, back when Antonio Brown's last season. Antonio Brown, he still was a top 5 receiver, top 10 receiver, but Juju all of a sudden emerged as this top 10 receiver too. But it's because AB was getting so much attention, and I feel like Locket does pull that attention, because if you, as a DB, if you just lose sight of Locket, he'll burn you and he'll make you pay for it easily.
Yeah, I mean, nothing against DK, that's just what my eyes tell me, and our eyes tell us Tyler Lockett's their deep threat, and a lot of teams are concerned about that.
For sure. Who do we have? Oh, Travis Fulgham.
He's been one of those guys that's been very popular this season.
Yeah, I mean, I feel he was not known in the beginning of the season, and then all of a sudden he became a every league kind of guy.
Yeah.
That being said, I still think that he will be a decent receiver on the Eagles, but I don't think you could rely on him as he was doing in his previous stretch. He's not gonna be that receiver one kind of guy. Yeah. You have a very unreliable QB who could either perform magic and somehow throw it to his receivers, or throw it straight to defenders. It's hard to trust Wentz these days. Yeah. With with Alshon being back, he wasn't super involved this past game, but I mean, he was the receiver one before he went down. Yeah. And with Miles Sanders coming back, now they have a run game to rely on. I feel like Fulgham's chances are dwindling down. That being said, if you are a Fulgham owner, it's kind of going to be like an AJ Brown situation. Like you might hold him, you could keep him, but there are other players I might consider playing over him. Like he's not like an easy must start anymore.
Yeah, that was a good take. That was a good way to put it for owners. Last player, Kenny Golladay. A lot of people are asking about him. I mean, we're actually really high on him. He's a hell of a player when he plays.
It just sucks. He keeps getting injured.
He keeps getting injured. That's the thing. So like, I would just say monitor the injury, and if it looks bad, obviously get rid of it.
Oh yeah.
But if it sounds like it's looking good, and so if you have start him. He is like their guy. It's not even a question. Matthew Stafford loves throwing deep balls to him, and he, when he's on, I think he could be a top 10 receiver when he's.
Yeah, I think injury-free season, Matthew Stafford injury-free season, he could easily go receiver one.
Yeah.
Like, numbers.
Yeah. So keep him unless obviously you get a really good trade offer or something. But keep him. He could help you win your league as well.
That's true.
Yeah. So
for sure.